Hello? Hello? Sorry about that. I don't know why that one was broken. Let me see if I can fix this. All right, let me close that one out. Delete. Delete. All right, now I should be here. Am I here? Yes, I am here. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. Good morning, Jemima. I am here. Just wanted to make sure because I was having trouble yesterday being alive. Sorry about that. I've been having weird problems with this game, with Twitch. Not sure why, but I'm back. I also have a weird problem where, you see that Harrow Storm? When I get over there, it is very possible that that Harrow Storm won't be a real one. I've been having problems with Harrow Storms where I go to them and it still has that swirl over them. With EHT, huh? God, you're not the only one saying that. There's a couple people saying that. I wonder what the problem could be. But I get over there and even though it's like glowy like a storm, there's nothing going on. And there's no fighting, and I'll ask people and they're like, what are you talking about? There's no Harrow Storm here right now. So it lies to me. Let me see if it's actually there this time. I'm gonna have to report those as a, oh, there is one here right now. Cool. Nice. I can get this quest done. See me running around in Western Skyrim with no bathing suit on. That's helpful, right? Good morning. We're gonna look at houses. I'm just thinking about getting this pike down. Although I suck. I'm not helping much. So I posted that that video yesterday of how to do the potato run through Nukenthirst. Hey, Flimmy. Then I haven't got tons of news except for I'm gonna give away today the pattern Vampire Rug Circular Sigil for either PCNA or PCEU. Either side gets it. It doesn't matter to me, but it has to be PC because I don't have access to anything else. Excuse me while I die because I'm mushy. I'm mushy! We are weevils among cordwood. Hey, Six. This one guy really doesn't like me. I'm trying to get away from him. Hey, Maldrin. So I'm trying to get away from him. DDA did put down their new contest dates. I will share them with you. Go away. Go away. Leave me alone. I'm just a mushy potato. You don't want to eat me. Excuse me while I hop and try to go around in circles like an idiot. Ay, ay, ay. I always feel bad about how many souls get sucked up before we get the Harrow Storm down. It's like really sad if you think about it. I am a mushy potato. Splat. Mashed potato. Come on. Go away. Leaves me alone. Oh, dragon. That's nice. Thank you so much for the follow, Beta Kitten. Looking for lots more follows. Gotta get that last little bit. And then we'll move on to housing. But got really close yesterday to a much higher number, but gotta get to 1,000 in order to do Stream Team, and I'm still not there, but we're working on it. We're working on it. A pretty darn good increase yesterday, so everybody who signed up yesterday, thank you so much. This is not a Titan, this is a Dargon. Did they not know the difference? Clearly Dargon. I kid. Also, thank you to PMF 2004, Mrs. Franks, Azure Essence, Lucky Strike, and Daylith. I guess there's a blood dragon. Isn't there a blood dragon? You would think there's a blood dragon. There's the dragon of everything else. Excuse me while I run in a circle. I find it keeps me alive longer than standing in one place. I've tried both. They don't work. It works better if I'm moving. But then again, I don't know what I'm doing, so there's that. Plus, if I hit it with heavy attacks, for some reason, they always turn and go for me. I would imagine most people have heavy attacks than me, but a lot of times I'll just get the whole dragon to turn around and want to eat my face. I'm like, me? I ain't nothing. Go after one of those tanky type people. Alright. Where be the ash? Now I am done. Let's look at houses. Okay. So, ooh, I got an achievement. Let me set up the giveaway just to be going this whole time, but I'll set it up. Oh, what is it again? Pattern, vampire, rug, circular sigil. Plan for vampire, rug, circular sigil. Let me add you. Okay, there we go. We're gonna open the giveaway, and throughout the entire time, you can just type exclamation point potato for the whole stream until I pull it. So go ahead and join up, and I'll announce it periodically. You don't have to be on for me to win. All right, let's see what's next. Potato. Why isn't it saying you entered? It should say entered. Is it malfunctioning? Not working. Let me retry. Let me retry. Hold on. No, I'll redo it. Interesting. It should be. It should work. It says everyone. Everyone should be allowed to potato. Not just mods. There we go. Now it's working. I don't know why it didn't work the first time. If you enter again, because it wasn't working. All right, let's do our rando. What have we got? Let's go to Jazzy Pants' house. I don't know them. Potato. Yay! Azalea Stone won the bridge one yesterday. I'm gonna make sure that we have a fun plan a day. If I can make sure of it. Let me see what else is going on. All right, here we go. Potato patch. Let me give you the current ongoing contests that I know of. The only one I know of is for Lucian and Unstable Unicorns, and that's September 6th, Rainbow Explosions. That's not precisely true because DDA did announce their new schedule. Let me tell you. So September 12th, there is open, not safe for work. Let me add that to the list. So if you're in DDA and you want to do it, there's open, not safe for work. Yay! Potato it up. Oh, look, somebody made a Christmas house or a New Life house. Look at that. Some really good effects work here. Check it out. They've got snow, first of all. Secondly, they created snow by doing this ice look. But even better, these are actually effects. Don't they look real? The lights and the ice over the eaves. I think those look really real. That's really cool. Morning. There is a giveaway. Hit exclamation point potato. Notifications. At one point or another, I'm gonna have to have it just every so often just tell you that there's a giveaway going on, and it's for a plan. It's for the Vampire Sigil plan. Exclamation point potato. And then we're inside here. This is a very nice home. Very nice holiday home. And the lights really sort of solve it for me, set it for me above just a normal Christmas house. I think the lighting, the Christmas lights, they come in white too, are super nice in EHT. They make me really happy. Beautiful. Nice kitchen. Cute holiday home. These holidays are coming up. Thank you. I'm so glad to hear it. Yay! I posted another one, folks. If you don't mind, I would love it if you have a Reddit account. Can you give me an updo? Yes, I will. Keely, I absolutely will. So here's the here is the link. No, we're not doing only rando. I just start with a rando. That's the link to my newest video. That's once for Nushin Karst. It's the potato run, meaning you can either have no fighting or you can have very little fighting depending on what you choose. But that is the link to where I've been getting all of my plans from. So now we're gonna head over to Housing's Finest Builders stuff today. Hey, Ula. Viewdang. PTF Viewdang. I guess it's her primary. Port. Now we go. And then we still have a few left on EU for through the glass because I want to survive. Whoa, words are hard. I want to support them as well. Okay. I will try to pay close attention. Oh, have fun with your earn run then. All right, so Waiting for the effects to load here. There's going to be a lot of doors. Because, as I understand it, there's a gazillion and one things. I'm surprised that's still money shot, aren't we? I guess Viewdang hasn't had a chance. Yeah, do a potato if you haven't yet. It's a, giving away this plan. This guy right here. This vampire sigil thinger. And I'm gonna go in here real quick and we'll do one of these random ones. I'm gonna leave it open for a long time, guys, because we'll pull it around middle of the stream. That way people have a chance to enter. Alright. Let's do one of these. And then we're gonna move on to the contest ones. So we've got Twin Arches. Romantic quarantine getaway. I thought I've seen her. Joiner, I have. What's going on with this? I'm confused. Let me go into the main contest section. Oh, that's great. That's great, Jemima. I mean, it really depends on what you're into. You know, if you're just starting out and you need to get your ledger domain up, yeah, steal everything. But if you're already maxed and you know, you got to save your time and energy. These do not seem like the new ones. I'm going to have to just port directly to them. I'm not sure why I'm not getting the updates, but I do not think these are the new ones. Are they? I'm confused by this. I'm gonna just check the website. I mean the Housing's Finest page and go from there. All right, monthly build contest. We've got starting at the beginning. Allthethickness, Gardner home. Myers running it. All right. I don't know which home. Oh yeah, then be picky. You're absolutely right. Okay, Allthethickness. These should be all restaurants and cafes, bars, restaurants. Gardner home. The Hearty Crust bakery and cafe has the best Breton and Nord sweets, reflecting the fresh Breton start on this family from solitude. And this is Allthethickness Gardner. You know, there's been problems. People have had problems with stuff. With EHT, and I'm not really sure what's going on with it, but it seems like there's issues. So I'm going to try to pay attention to it and see what I can figure out is wrong. Oh, that's right. Viewdang wanted to take the 1 month off so she could enter, didn't she? I forgot about that. Let me check. I thought I had one. All right. Okay, so we've got a bakery, Allthethickness. We've got, okay, this is really cool. First of all, the napkins, the paper napkins are great. Hey, Ari, no update for me. And then we've got the cups put on an angle so they look like they're hanging from something. Those look like a salt and pepper shaker. That's pretty cool. Those are those candles, those Nordic candles upside down. That's really well done. The plates, after you're done eating, just kind of put on an angle.
Thanks for all
MJ,
you do.
Thank you so much. Oh, don't be a bit nervous, Leslax. You're so much more talented than you give yourself credit for. Oh, I like this. This is a really simple but cool way to do a register. Sometimes the registers get really, really complex, and I think it may be a little bit too hard for people just starting out cobbling, but this is just a simple chest. This, I think, is the Indorol chest, and then 2 of the Hlalu boxes, and then some money, and it looks like a register. And that's a great register. Little nice touches here and there. You guys, I have such faith in you. How? Look at that! That's genius. Look at this genius. I'm totally stealing this idea. This idea is absolute genius. They have a slice out by putting a piece of cheese. That is so smart. And the person is making me crazy because I'm OCD and they're not perfectly cut into the middle. Ah! But that is so smart. Totally stealing that idea. Thank you, Allthethickness, for the clever idea. Clever as hell. So impressed. And down... Whoa! Look at that rack! That moving rack! Oh, wow. It's a missing piece! Look at it from the side or above. It's a missing piece. I think it's brilliant. Also, my husband eats cheese with pie. Apple pie and cheddar cheese. It's a Wisconsin thing. Don't ask me. Although he would probably prefer ice cream, but it is a thing. Look at the eggs. Those are just the tips of the ivory. And this is a huge piece of dough is actually just the mushroom top. Great sink. Wow, these are really good ideas, Allthethickness. Look at that. They're decorating the cake with the red paint blood from one of the achievement items, the berries. That's so brilliant because it has berries on it. Yeah, I don't know about my husband. He's a Nord slash, oh wow, so smart. Hey Raven, slash German, but these are such clever ideas. Also, I'm not sure what they used this as the bottom. Does anyone recognize that? Yes, eggs. What is this plate thing that it's on? It's got to be the bottom of some table. This is so clever. That's an upside down Merkmeyer candle, but this piece here, I'm not sure what that is. The one apple just sitting here. Really? I guess so. Yeah, I guess. The one apple just sitting outside of the basket. This is so smart. Now that's really well lit. That looks really good. This is Allthethickness. It is her, his or her bakery, and they've made a little bakery. What do they call these guys? Words. Spatula? I guess it's not a spatula when it's that big, but they used the back of one of the wooden new Solitude servers, and then added an axe sticking into it, so it looks like. And they've got bread with an incense under it, so it looks like it's smoking. It's just genius. Paddle, thank you. And then the wood inset here. So clever. Thank you, guys. I can never think of words, and that one I wasn't even sure what the hell it was in the first place. This is probably milling the stuff here. Milling flour. And these look like cookies that are being decorated. Yeah, this is fantastic. All these clever ideas. I really like this moving rack. I swear I've seen something like that in bakeries. So smart. Mine isn't. Oh no! The little guy over here, he's hiding. You've got a rodent. There's a rodent. Squish it. I'm kidding. I would never squish a rodent like that. It's too cute. And then they close this off so you can play games and drink and have a nice little cozy area. I think it's really smart. I have seen it before, Keely, in real life, but I have no idea what it was for. So thank you for explaining that, because I had no idea. And then we're upstairs in the living area. Well, they do have the cat. The cat's right here. And it's wiggling its butt. It's about to jump on something. Thank you so much, Mr. Chop, for the follow. There is a contest going on right now. If you hit !potato, you will be entered to win this on PCNA or PCEU. You can win the Vampire Plan here. Rug Circular Sigil. I'm going to be giving those away. Plans every day worth about that much. So please go ahead and enter and enjoy. Us builders need to help each other out. And if I give you more plans, that means you can do more stuff. So, no space, Sparrow. So give it another try, but no space between the exclamation point and the potato. And then there you go. I'm going to leave it open for a while. If you're not on when I pull it, it's fine. I'll mail it to you anyway. And we have a nice little pantry over here. This is a fun house. We found so many little clever ideas. I'm not sure what those are. Are those like knobs? You think? I'm not sure if these are knobs. I'm not sure. Look at the bread in the basket. All these clever little pieces. How did they not get over 600 items in here? Like, how did they manage this? It looks so full. This is crazy. Maybe it is salt and pepper. And they got a book underneath. What's the book? Lusty Argonian Maid. There's a detail for you. There's a detail I like. That's the book under the bed, is Lusty Argonian Maid. Thank you so much for the sub, Lil Kitten. Very appreciated. I'm working hard. Let's hope that in the next couple days I get that 1,000 and then I can apply for Stream Team and Bathtub. And hopefully, look at the clothes sticking out. This is amazing. Oh, wow. I really am hoping for it. I'm really hoping for it because I feel like I can actually do some good around here. And maybe I'm kind of depressed right now, so maybe to cheer me up. Let me look. It's all so gorgeous. They've done a fantastic job. They really have. I am up to 878. Thank you, Homerian. Good morning. Good morning. So we're getting there. We're getting there. I put another video up this morning, so I'm hoping that gets me some attention, but it doesn't have a lot of updates yet. So if you love me and have a Reddit account, please go ahead and give me an update on my Nuchenthirst run, potato run. Make lots of money. That's where I've been getting these plans to give away to you folks. Oh, the kitten I wanted is gone. I wish a lot of you people who've been following my little foray into trying to find a kitty. That's okay. Don't worry about it. If you have one, you do it. If you don't, you don't. So this is the site I'm going through because this is the charity I support. And they have Chester is gone off the website, and I don't know why. I don't know what happened to Chester, and it's making me so sad. But I don't adopt kittens, so there's a bunch of kittens up that are all like, there's one that's 4 months, there's another one that's 8 months, and I do have it on YouTube, but I don't worry about it on YouTube. So I don't want those babies. And then there's some others, but 3 years is a little on the young side. Tinkerbell won't work well with other cats, and neither will Sir Lancelot. So I'm waiting to see. The kitties that I was looking at have been adopted. So I'm sadness. So thank you so much. I appreciate that, Ruby. Yay, update. Let me give you my my YouTube if you want to look at it. I'm happy. You know, the video is there for you to get your plans. I mean, I want you guys to get plans. That's the whole point, is so you can build. And here is it for those of you who just have YouTube and want to watch the video and learn how to get that stuff. There you go. And man, that made me choked up. Thank you. I've been really down, so it means a lot to me. I'm trying to pull it together. I love this house, Allthethickness. I love the architecture. I love all of the clever ideas. I love it. It's just such a fun house. You've done a fantastic job, and I think we all enjoyed it. I even like the sign. Whew. Wow, that's fantastic. I found this one and the one I gave away yesterday, and oh, thank you so much. I am really spoiled to have you guys. You know what? I don't know what they made this floor out of. I'm ashamed to say I don't know what this dirt is. Good morning, Seraphi. We're looking at the entries for Housing's Finest, and we're just finishing up with Allthethickness, and it's insane. You discorded the kitten? Oh. What's wrong with your stream? Is it on your end or my end? Thank you again for the follow, both of you. Jessica, Ollie. Make sure you hit !potato if you're on a PC. This plan I'm giving away during this stream. Vampire Rug Circular Sigil to somebody. So, yeah, I'm going there on my own. It's fine. I mean, I have EHT, so I can just port. Thank you. All right, next one. Arion, Grimhearth's Woe. An intimate setting awaits your party. Enjoy the best seafood, sushi, and sugar pipe. This one welcomes you to Shimilandri Sushi Bar. I love Arion. She is... Oh, it knew your name. Arion is a tremendously good human being who, when I screwed up something on one of her homes, like when I announced it the wrong way, I was so sorry and I apologized to it. Oh, it will take me more than a day, I'm sure. And I apologized to her up and down. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And I feel so bad. I hope you're not mad at me. And she's like, I wouldn't be mad at you for that. We're friends and human beings matter more than internet stuff, so don't worry about it. And plus, you love kitties, so you're obviously a good person. And I was like, oh, I was feeling so bad about it. Thank you. So she's such good people in the housing community. So she's made a sushi, other type. Oh, wow. Wow. This is Grimhearth's Woe, guys. Speech is hard. Whoa, what's that? Oh, that's the ginger kitten running around like a spaz. Alright, so, this is insane that this is Grimhearth's Woe. Look at this reskin. This is incredible. I love it. The brass and the Eleanor colored stuff just work so perfectly together. What's in here? The bathroom. This looks like a real bathroom. Like one you would find in a restaurant. Very nice toilet. Toilet paper next to it. She is super talented. I don't know. I'm glad that we don't have just to vote for just one. You know, I'm glad that we get to... Somebody was asking about teacups. That might work as a teacup, just sunken down. I think those are the vampire cups. I'm not certain. But I was, what was I saying? I lost it. Look at the sushi. That's so smart. Oh my goodness. Yeah, what it is, I think those are the long bamboo fishing sticks you can get. And I think that she's sunken them into the ground so that they look, yeah, you can kind of see it if you look underneath. See them sinking through the bottom? Oh, you mean in here? Is that bamboo or moon sugar? Yeah, that's a good question. My guess is it could be either, because there's definitely, but yeah, she used the bamboo sticks for that. Some people have been asking me about my light here. It's a, what's the word? The M word for it. Memento. It's a memento from a quest with Almalexia. She gives it to you, and then you just use it by any other memento. You hotkey it, and then you can use it as a light. I like to use it when taking pictures of housing because it brightens everything up to a point where you can see all the details. Holy crap, look at that wall. What are those, the bottoms of busts? And I like how you sunk this down so that the base doesn't show. Oh, they are busts. Beautiful. What a great texture on this. Those are, I believe, those seats, Argonian seats. And then I'm just gonna hit the lights a lot because I guess I appreciate the ambiance, but I'm trying to get detail. I'm not sure what those are the tops of. That could be a lot of things. I'm not sure. Thank you so much for the update. Much appreciated. Hoping that people will start to pay attention to that video because it's my latest attempt to try to get more follows. Look at that stove. Oh my gosh. People are so talented. It's scary. I wonder what light she is. Is that at the... I mean, I know these are the high elf. So what's... But that doesn't seem like that light. This seems like there's another light underneath. Eggs. Eggs. Potatoes! Those are potatoes. Those are me. Obviously. She used me! Little me's. Where are the onions? Let me see. I think those are cups upside down. Those are potatoes. And she's got it cutting up all the fishies and a garlic that... Ooh. What is that side of? That might be that game upside down. She is boiling. Luckily, I don't have any kids, so they might be cousins or something. That's okay. And then this is just a keg put into the wall with... I think she's got an Eleanor fountain underneath it, too. Really cool ideas in this. This is amazing. Look at how beautiful this is. I love how it's completely different from the first one. This is a bakery. Now we're in a sushi shop, you know? Completely different. Amazing. Alright. And the next one's even more different. Bethany Catherine Velothi Reverie. Be sure to reserve a table in our cozy, intimate, grand dining room with an enchanting view of Tamriel's most exotic underwater life. I kind of picture that as a seafood place. I could be wrong, but that's how I imagine it. Velothi. I have the best husband. He bought me a second one. Hey! Oh, hey! No problem, Loa. Just make sure you, if you're on PC, to hit !potato. Well, I'm running a giveaway right now for a... Oh, thank you for following. I'm running a giveaway right now for a plan for the Vampiric Sigil carpet. So if you are on PC, either EU or NA, do !potato, and I will pull it later. Whether you're on or off, I'll send it to you. So we've got another restaurant here. This is... Oh my goodness. This is beautiful. So we've got this is a seafood restaurant, believe it or not. And we've got all of this gardening right up front. Good way to cover the spot where the coals usually are. Oh wow, look at the booths and the little menus. How cute is that? So pipe. So pipe. That's from Viva La Dirt League. I totally need to I actually asked them if I could use their little sub-hype thing, and they said, yeah, go ahead. And I need to just make it into an animation or something. This is beautiful. Look at the sunk the fountain into the wall so that they could have this gorgeous, I think this is a Redrun fountain. Not Redrun, Redguard. I always mix those two words up. Sunk it into the wall, but with the elsewhere lights and everything, it just looks fantastic. Thank you, Ariane. We just did your house and you just missed it. Damn it. We loved it. I'm sorry. I feel bad now. I wish I hadn't done it already. And we've got a fish tank. Is that Clavicus Vial, right? Yeah, it's Clavicus Vial. And we got the... You know, if you know how to animate with EHT, I've been thinking hard about this, and I think I'm going to animate a fish pond with fish. Like actual... Oh, thanks. I'm sorry, I missed it. You can watch it later. I'll pop it up. Oh, they will. They'll bring cakes back every year. I'm sure of it. Okay, so we've also got this bowl and everything. This is... What a lovely place. You know, originally I thought it would be seafood, but I'm not sure anymore. That's like a bar out there. It feels to me like that she could be doing something other than just seafood in here, but it seems like... Look at all these pets in here. This is great. Beautiful. Beautiful. The next one. Flaming Nyx. Flaming Nyx. Boline Belle Melange. There's a name for you, though. Let me see if I can copy it. Flaming Nyx. Hopefully I can spell it. Yep. I'm curious to see what someone could do in the amount of slots in a Flaming Nyx for a restaurant or a bar or something. They move so perfectly. Thank you for the follow, Clarence. Anybody just joining, please, if you're on PC, hit !potato. I'm giving away a plan for a vampire sigil carpet. And at any point, I'll pull it and I will send it to you. So you don't even need to be around for it. Just !potato. Without the E at the end. Wow, how pretty. Oh, look at that. I'm stealing that idea. Boline, I'm totally stealing this idea. This fruit hangy thing is genius. How have I not seen anyone do that before? That's so smart. Very clever. This is what I mean. Some people think that just because they build in a small place that they're not able to do, they won't be able to do much, but it's amazing what you can do with a small house. That is smart with the knife in it and the sunken down stuff here. Look at the 2-level cake holder. What's in here? Oh, a stove. Nicely crafted by hand. With sintered rocks and some of the rocks from Alinor. I'm not sure what these bottom pieces are. I'm ashamed to admit. And there's lots of other details. Cutting board is the one of the Alinor stands upside down. This is really neat. I don't know, but here's the nice thing about Housing's Finest Builders, okay? It's one of the best things about it is the voting system. The voting system is all of the people in the guild have access to a channel on Discord, and you can vote for all of the ones you like. You don't have to rank them. You just click how many you like. So it's this, you don't have to rank them, and that's good, because sometimes it's hard to rank things, and it's sort of like a false thing to rank them because it's hard to rank. But I like the way that they do their voting there better than anyone else. I think that's the best voting system I've seen. CC Youper. Big fan. Plus, it means that more people get to... Oh no! More people get to take part in it, in the judging. It's more democratic, I think. Proudspire, Saluthian. I like it. It's my favorite voting system thus far. And I've been in multiple guilds that do it. Yeah, CC Youpers. I couldn't get to it. I'm assuming they'll fix it between today and tomorrow, but... So, Saluthian, Proudspire. Welcome to Cat Café. Snuggle up with a good book. Try not to get terrorized by the cats. I mean, pet the cats and enjoy some treats. Thank you. Yeah, agreed. Thank you, Serafi, for doing it that way. It is truly my favorite way of doing it, because I think it makes everybody feel good, too, because you don't have to... I don't know. It could be. I just think it's a nicer system to not have to pick between favorites. You get to like them all that you like. And this is... It really makes it better for when you can't choose between things, you know? It's like, oh, I don't know. These are all so great. All right, then click them all. Look at the stuff in the cubbies. This is a gorgeous kitchen. Where is the kitties hiding? I must has kitties. Okay, they're not out here. This is just to sit outside and enjoy your drinks and coffee. Kitties. Hello, Tithis. There they are. Oh, goody. Kitty. Oh, wow, there's a lot of activity in here. Oh, that's cute. CC for Cat Cafe. Look at that sign. That is really neat. Aww. Oh, another kitty. My house used to be a cat cafe. I mean, if you consider 2 cats a cafe. But, lost one. So we only have one now, and he's kind of, aloof. He's a typical cat. I do not want another typical cat. So this is smart. This reminds me of a real cafe with games on the shelves and books on the shelves. And then you've got a cat construction on the wall. That's cool. Like a, what do they call them with kitty jumpy things? It's not like a cat tree. It's like cat path or something. Look, I bet you a cat knocked that over. I forget, what would you call it? A catwalk. Look at this. Exactly what would happen. And a plate in the trash. Too funny. Aww. Yeah, maybe next year. I'm hearing good things about a vaccine. Oh, look at that coffee maker. They're saying they're in testing for one of them in UW, where I live, is Wisconsin, Jesus, is Wisconsin, and we have one of the test trials here, and they're saying it could even be as close as by the end of the year, so I don't know what to call it. And you hang your coats up when you come in. You buy, oh, look at that sign! Oh, that's so smart. I wish I could say the same. I'm not a huge fan of Wisconsin. Look at that stove. Holy crap. All that piping and everything. Oh, it's amazing. So yeah, I live here with, they do have, I think 3 places that are testing, and that may be one of them that I'm thinking of, Keely. Yeah, I'm here because of a relationship too. These are upside down sweet rolls in case you didn't recognize them. They make really good muffins or burgers or other things. And we have another rolly one. Another rolly bread thing. Recipes. Oh my gosh, look at that mixer. It's enormous. That's fantastic. Oh my gosh, there's so much to see. And then the little cookie cutters on the Pax mushroom. And the eggs. And that's probably dough rising. Oh, so cute. And the little pieces cut out. I mean, mind-blowing. There's so much cuteness in this. It burns. I wonder if they have stuff upstairs, too. How am I ever gonna get through all of this? There's too much to see. Whoa, kitty floating. Yeah, my husband is from here. And Wisconsin. I would never be here otherwise. Huh. Maybe. I don't know enough. How do you know so much about bakeries? Keely, you just read a lot? Or did you work in one? Or look at this sink. That's made with snow. Doesn't it look like suds? You have to buy snow from the Crown store or from getting it from a house that has it. Yes, I can, Keely. And that's a good thing. Oh, I guess the bakers live up here. Oh my God. What's in your coffer? Nothing. This is great. Great little home. I love the fact that they have little corridors up here for the bakers. The whole thing is stunning. I'm sure I missed something. There's so many details. I've had to have missed something, so I apologize if I did, but it's fantastic. If I missed anything, please tell me and I'll come back. I've been thinking a lot about other things that I could do for you guys, but I still need to get through the stuff that Lucky Cat, Cornape. Let's see if I can even get to it first. I have lots of ideas about other stuff I can show you. Lucky Cat. A refined Skooma club restaurant specializing in traditional Khajiit cuisine. Ignore the rumors of the smuggling ring upstairs. What? Lots of things. Totally different so far. We haven't hit a duplicate. No, what happened? Did he come back with brewing yeast or something? We've got Skooma, a Skooma den. Lovely little entrance. Full on items, no effects. I wonder if the den is... Ooh, look at those pretty flowers. Some of those are crown, but some of them aren't, and they're lovely. Okay, 5 isn't too bad. Oh no! Oh my goodness. Wow. But yeast packets are so small. How did you get... Why would they put only 8 in... Look at this grilling though. I really like this. I love the fact that it's completely different from everything else we've seen. Yeah. Maybe they are selling them in bulk more often now. Oops. Nami. That's hard with bananas too though, because bananas go bad. And that's rough. Oh wow, check out the giant oven. It's the whole wall. Let me see if I can get back here enough to get a good picture of it. Okay. Bunch of stuff in there. Actually, it's not an oven, I guess. Or maybe it is. I can't tell. That's actually probably the best thing you could do, given the fact that it would go bad otherwise. Okay, I just love the fact that you used ziggurat in a sentence when not describing like an old-fashioned building. This is fantastic. Yeah. Oh, here's all the skooma storage. The cane storage. Pariah's is a load of work, too, because of how big it is. And then we're upstairs. What are those? Oh! Smuggling! Eek! There's some smuggling, and I'm gonna have to fight the big kitty, I think. Ooh, nice. Yeah, but check it out. Like, this is so well lit. It makes the whole room look sparkly. You know, just the really bright lighting. He's tough. Look at how big he is. Look at how big he is. Or she is. Gender, whatever. They could totally carry everything. But yeah, this is so glowy and nice. I really do like it. It makes it definitely seem rich with all the lighting. Very cool. Ugh, I'm sorry. Oh, Flemmy, you mean... How is Ula's cat handling the moving? Okay, I thought you meant how are the smugglers handling the moving? Because I'm the brightest bulb in the box. Okay, Cornape, I like this. This is fun. Corundum's Gardner home. We did look at a Gardner. We can do another tomorrow. Epica, or unless Corundum's in the channel. Epica 2016 Earthtear. Let's see. Because we'll definitely have some to do tomorrow. I won't be able to get through all these today. I wish I understood the laws there. Welcome to the Gilded Lily, the finest dining experience in a sumptuous cavern with a rich gilding of decadence, delight, and discretion. Epica 2016. We are up to, just a quickie update. $881 followers. Thank you so much. Still working towards that 1,000, but we'll get there. Oh, that's pretty. First of all, the entrance has been completely changed with this. I mean, all of it is fantastic with the elsewhere platforms and the Khajiit lion crests and the. Oh, this is the carpet we're giving away. This plan. If you hit ! Potato, this plan is what I'm giving away. Yes, very fancy wording. And we've got these gorgeous new plants that I adore. Thank you for the follow, Theodolph. I hope I said that right. My Nord is rusty, even though my character's a Nord. In a Nordic bathing suit, no less, because I'm crazy. We're going to sign in with Mr. Tithys. And we've got glitter. This is quite sumptuous, isn't it? All this treasure. Fire hazard, but sumptuous. Ooh. Ooh, pretty. And we've got pizza. That's at least what J Hart always interprets this mushroom cap as. pizza. Got a nice oven and a dead chicken. Sad. Oh, Disco, hey! Oh, I love the fish on a, it's like that, what is it called? The Billy Bass? Is that what it's called? Billy Bass. I love the cats walking around, because you know they totally would be. Oh, yeah, it's true. But I have really good bare feet. They're really worn down, because I've been running around like... I've been running around like this. What I do is I cycle through each of my outfits, and I cycle through, you know, the tattoos and whatnot. So I always try to change it every day to try to get, you know. Oh, check it out. Check out the organ. Oh my goodness. All right, let me close this so I can take a good picture. There's petals, and they've got this table underneath, and they've got the books as the keys. Wow, this is genius. So smart. So what happened yesterday is I was going to show you all how to use MM better. Or if you don't know how to use it at all, I was going to try to teach you how to use it at all. But as you all know, my stream went out, and so did about 1/3 of everyone else's streams. Some people got lucky and their streams didn't go out, but mine went out and didn't come back. I love the building up. Magical platforms here. Kitty, get off the table! It was not fun. I was really annoyed because I had this whole plan about what I was going to show you all, and it was just irritating. Yeah, unless it's a holiday, in which case I will wear something specifically for a holiday. Generally I will... Hold on a second, I gotta show you something. Just a moment. I don't know where it is. Never mind. Can't find it. Yeah, thankfully not in real life. Okay, good. You gotta wash things sometimes, Flemmy. So yeah, I was gonna show you guys with the flip how to do everything, but it's okay because you know what, the flip failed. I mean, didn't completely fail, but as you can see, none of my guilds show guild traders, so that bug's still up. They said they were gonna fix it, but they didn't, as far as I know, fix it yet. So there's a band here somewhere. So that was annoying. Really irritated about that. But ETU ended up losing their slot for the week because of a emergency on their end and some confusion over who could be the backup. So they ended up not getting a slot. Sure, it looks like wood. It looks like a dark wood. It's beautiful. Let me show you. Well, I mean, in real life, yeah. It's this non-scuffed, very clean, dark wood. Let me see if I can find the lowest one and get under it for you. It's gorgeous. Here's the lowest one, I'm assuming. See? Not even scuffed. It just looks really nice. It's this very dark wood. Actually, I guess it's a little scuffed, but it's not too bad. So either side is gorgeous. Yeah, they did. I'm really impressed with what they've been doing for us, so. Fun restaurant. Good usage of the new stuff as well as older stuff. And it's in a very... Am I supposed to go back there? Because I see lights. Oh, shush. No, you know what? I'm 43. I wear what I want. I do what I want with my hair. I wear what I want. It is really nice. I can't wait till we get the roof that's supposedly coming. I'm guessing this is storage back here. There are some items, but I'm assuming they're just storage. Yeah, and it may be a little bedroom. Cute. Well, your mom is not being nice about things if she's telling you what to wear. All right, let me see what's next. Vari. Oh, Gardner again. Okay. Also not safe for work. I'll put this one off until I do my not safe for work stuff. Alright. InsidiousX in Lunar Champion. Looks like just the one side? I'm not sure. So this morning I had a discussion in Lucian with someone who is very pro ATT and did not agree with my opinion that that ATT and MM are good, both good for different reasons. But I will explain to you the different things, the differences between them when we go over this stuff. I know some of you want to know all about that. Good morning, Purple Pixie. If you're on PC, make sure that you do ! potato. I'm giving away, and I should shortly probably pull it, this plan. This vampiric... Oh, I said it was the other one. It's not the long one. It's the one with the circular sigil. Sorry about that. But it's also really good. Lots of farming and stuff. So this is a very farm-to-table kind of restaurant, as they like to say. Oh, look at that! I don't think I've ever seen anyone fill up a basket like that of grapes. That's a really clever idea. Make their own wine here. That's a lot of wax right there. You are welcome, Aspen. I did get your message, and I do want to go over the basics with you folks, because I know that you want to talk about it, and I think it's a good idea. Wow, look at this storage. Wow, somebody spent a fortune on wax. Congratulations on all of your wax. Looks fantastic. Stuff in the cubbies. This is a very fresh farm-to-table market. Yeah. We'll talk about it. Do you want me to... I'm not sure how to handle this, whether we should keep going on housing or if I should just break into it now. Let's do one more, and then let's do Keely's, because she's here. She said, Pariah's. Welcome to Coroner Bar and Grill, where we have an array of all types, blood types, that is. Part of the Green Pact. You kill them, we grill them. That's funny, Keely. And a totally different kind of restaurant, too, than we've seen before. So it's like everybody seems to have different ones. Yeah. It's true. Beautiful farm restaurant. I love it. Makes me... Everything looked so tasty there because of the fact that it was so bright and fresh and they had so many things. But yeah. So I do not advocate ATT versus MM, either one. There's some good for some situations. There's some good for other situations. I think if your computer is a potato and you can't run much, stick to ATT because it's lighter. But it has a limited history. It doesn't go back as far, and it has some limitations. But overall, I think that both of them are good for multiple reasons. Oh, wow. Did you make a dragon boat? A dragon airship? Wow, Keely. You made a dragon airship as part of your restaurant? I have no words. This is part of your restaurant. This is insane. A dragon airship. You're amazing. That is so cool. What great, wow, that looks fantastic. And you even, those are just gorgeous. And you put the incense in here because it looks like it's frozen. Oh my god, and he's importing the bodies by airship. Well, yeah, because you won't be checked, right? You don't have customs on airships. So smart, so cool. That is amazing. I'm impressed. And then the dark spooky. You keeping an eye on things, Rex? Over here? Yeah, seriously. Maybe I'll get a better... It's kind of rough to get a good screenshot view because of that stupid pillar. Okay, we've got more refrigeration. Yes, the thrall pushing the wheelbarrow. And all of that represented with the incense, which I think is fantastic. No effects. Some frozen cheese, too. Hello, Bossy Puss. Thank you for the follow. Thank you. Ooh, creepy. Creepy Halloween type fodder for that. We are exploring a restaurant, and then we're going to start talking about MM and ATT, and I'm going to try to go through all of the different functions to show you, and then I will explain to you how I use it best. We're not going to talk about ATT's functions too much. We're going to talk more about MM, because if I did them both together, it would be too confusing. Right now I'm on NA. We are looking at a meat locker. We're looking at a dragon ship over here. This is a dragon airship, no less. It's insane. I can't get a good view on it, though. I want to get... There we go. Look at that sucker. Beauteous. Can't believe you created an airship for your restaurant. It's absolutely gorgeous. You kill them, we grill them. Okay, let me just point something out. So, I love the fact that you filled the holes in the floor. You did mention it, but I love it. Because I hate this floor, because putting anything flat on it does not work. Because there's these holes in the floor. Oh, look at the little guy who checks you in. Oh, that's cute. Little plants, little spots to eat. Very cute. This makes sense. A briarheart tree makes sense. I don't understand what the thinking was with this floor. I wish they had just put the design but not made it sunken in. Oh, that's brilliant. You made a glass tabletop by using the achievement guys. What the hell are they called? Like the different invisible tables, because the backs are invisible. This is amazing. We'll get to the paintings. Oh my goodness. I'm just looking at everything here. I don't know if I can give you a good view, but these are the astrological plates, the tiles. And she bought 3 of these grasping graves to put underneath too, which is really kind of sick, and I love it. This is so smart. Oh, she's gonna get blood all over her. Is she the bartender? That's funny. Alright, let's go look at the paintings too. Oh my goodness, there's so much to look at. Alright. Somebody did not survive, but... Aww, we got a little ginger kitty standing in the woods, and I really like the way you put it on the rock so it looks like it's really part of the painting. I love the idea. And the kitty's just the right size for that one, because most of the cats are bigger. That one's just the right size. Butterflies and a jerboa in this painting. Man, it's just like the icing on top of the cake of the airship and the restaurant idea. You've got these living paintings. It's crazy. Did you do ones over here too? Yes, you did. I see them. Got a griffin standing by a griffin's nest. And you've done a great job with the perspective, because the nest doesn't look too big. It looks like he's standing way in front of it. Or too small, rather. It just looks like he's standing way in front of it. It's perfect. That took some work with the perspective, and I really like it. Or thinking, definitely. And that's just a sculpture, a wall sculpture, which looks neat. Geez, there's so much going on in here, Keely. You're right. It does take a lot of time to detail, to go through and enjoy everything, but you don't want to miss anything. Okay. I want to see what you have down here, too. Other than my freezing cold feet. Because I'm not wearing anything but a bathing suit, because I'm a derp. I don't see anything down here. Maybe this is just all interior. Around we go. Anyone want some blood? And look at this. She even made the piping to the blood so that you know where it's coming from. A fawn? A fawn out there? Okay. I'm sure you have it pathing too. There it is. I see it. There it is. He's hiding behind the tree. Nice little touch. And the piping is just genius because I bet you I know where it leads. Great carpeting. Listen to me. Curtaining. Yeah. I know the feeling. They're supposed to have fixed that recently. And then they've got it all pumping up so that this pumps through the pipes. Ugh, gross. Squishing it all out. The hemohelot under there. And the kitchen area. And the thrall is the one who's making all the noms. You kill it, we grill it. I love that saying. I'm gonna use that now. You Bosmer. Always killing. And nomming. Just the thought went into this is kind of brilliant. Just the fact that you even came up with a piping system to pipe the blood up. It's really impressive. I have a feeling we've seen it all now, but let me just double check down here. They did say they fixed that, didn't they? Eek. Killing out the back door. Did I miss anything, Keely? Moo. Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Trying to see. Don't think I did, but you never know. That's it. All right. Yay! Beautiful. Lots of fun. Totally different from other people's. I really like it. I'm going to pull the contest shortly in the next 2 minutes. So if you want a chance at the Vampiric Rug Circular Sigil and you have not yet entered, hit !potato, no E on the end, and I will pull it. Even if you're not here, I will send it to you, either PCNA or EU. I don't have anything to send you on other console or anything like that because I'm not Stream Team yet, but I will happily send it to you. So make sure you enter and I'll pull it in a minute or two, and we're going to go over to an area with a shop or a bank so that I can show you the next steps of the MM stuff if you're curious. Dracona's Prime Aspen. Potato. If you get it on EU, you'll have to wait until I get over there, but that'll be later today. I'll go over there specifically to get it for you. All right, let's pull this. I'm impatient. I'm gonna pull it. And where's the button? There it is. Sorries. Wait, no. Wait, what? Sorry's won. She got in by the second. Wow, that was like amazing timing, Sorries. You're over on EU, right? Or are you on NA? I forget. That was crazy timing. Don't feel bad. I will be happy to give away another huge plan tomorrow, so don't feel bad. Sorry, so you wanted NA? I can never remember if you're NA or not. That was crazy timing. Good job, though. That was really good timing. Mashed potato. All right, I'll send it to you on EU in a little bit. Let me just go over there and when I'm done with this stream, and you'll get it. All right, nice job. Tomorrow will be another one. Don't feel bad. We'll be giving away another plan tomorrow, so another big plan we'll be doing. I will be always doing plans of this level, so don't feel bad. They're not going to be cheap seats. So we're going to talk about MM versus ATT. Now, I use both, so don't think for a moment that I'm disparaging ATT. I'm not. ATT is great because it's lighter, but it has its limitations. It doesn't go back as many days, and so if you have something that you haven't seen in the last 30 days or so, it won't keep any data for it, so you'll be left not really knowing what something is worth if there hasn't been a sale for it in the last 30 days. For example, this one's not all that important, but let's see. Let's find one that's... If you went back... Shoot, I don't really have anything on me that's good for that. Alright, so this one is bound. How can they bound? I guess when you put it on, it becomes bound. Whatever. We'll just make this up as if this was one. So if this dropped and you were trying to figure out what the price was worth, you wouldn't have any data on it if you were on TTC. Now, given the data is actually kind of useless on this because the data point is 60 days old, which means that nobody's been buying it. That's allowed. I'll allow it. So what you want to do, let's talk about settings, okay? Because they're important. First off, you need MM if we're going to talk about it. I mean, if you want to use ATT, that's fine, but we're going to talk about MM. The second thing you need is Awesome Guild Store. You need to get that off of the, if you want, you can get it off of Minion. That is what I use. It works together with MM in order to help you do certain functions that otherwise you cannot do. It's really important to have them both, or nobody's been selling it, right? It's just more data. You just have to consider what it could mean. So those are the two that I would definitely get. The other one I would get is Writworthy. If you are the kind of person who sells writs every so often, Writworthy can be really useful to you because what you'll see is, for example, you can see that down here it has mat total 284 gold per voucher, 182 gold. This is a fantastic writ. People generally don't go over or try to avoid going over 600 per voucher. So this one's kind of on the edge here, but most of them are for less than 600 gold per voucher. So that's why you see that a lot of alchemy writs sell very quickly if you pick them up. It's because people level off of them. So you need all three of those, I think. in order to be successful at it. So starting with that premise, let's talk about as settings. Right. Some people even stick with 500. You know, it's really everyone's personal numbers about where they go over things and where they go under things, and you know, everybody's got their own rules. But I think what I keep hearing in most of my guilds is 600 is the max, but everybody's got different numbers. So in Master Merchant, let me show you the different settings. Okay, the count-wide settings is pretty obvious. Minimal indexing, along with the fact that it's got a typo in it. This is basically to help you with, let's say you wanted to look at all of everyone's sales. So if you hit all info, it's going to take a little bit because it's got to load it all. See how it has every seller's sales in all of your guilds? Yeah, let's say I wanted to do a search for one of the people in it. Like, let's say I wanted to look for all the things sold by Roxy Doom, right? I don't know why I'd want to do that, but if I did, here you go. You do the search, and there's all the Roxy Doom stuff. I don't know why some of them are wrong. My idea as to why some of them is wrong is because of the fact that it's going light on the indexing settings. So I wouldn't worry about that unless I would leave this default off unless you for some reason like to look at what people sell other than to get ideas. Even just to get ideas, you can just scroll through. There's no reason to index it. This is simple guild history scanning, less intensive to get data faster, but may leave gaps in your history. I want the data, so I leave this off. I would rather not have gaps in my data. Verbose messages. This is important, all right? When you go to the different verbose settings, I'm going to move my chat over to you so you can see what I mean by this. If I can unlock it. I always forget how to unlock it. There. All right. You see how it goes, and it's saying, hear that. See, added 50 more sales from black market wares. Completed scanning ETU. Added 56 sales. Added 2 sales. What this is it's telling me what it's doing. And the reason why I like to have that up is to make sure it's actually doing something. You don't need that, but that's verbose 4. If you went verbose 5, it's debug. So don't ever go to... It's basically what somebody who's trying to debug the program would want to see. So they get all of these crazy ass... let me see if I can get some to pop up. All of these crazy data. See that? Zio shared. You don't need that. That's not information that you will ever need. So don't bother with that. You want to go back down to highest verbose 4. Don't go any higher. Display listing message, it just tells you if you listed something. Auto advance to the next page. That's just for your convenience, but I kind of think it's annoying because it automates things a little too much and you can increase your lag. This you want on. Display profit filter. Adds an additional filter to AGS based on profit. This is what makes flipping possible and done well. Is these two programs working together will show you a profit filter, and I will make sure that I show you how to use it, but make sure this is turned on. Display profit instead of margin means, for example, let me move this back to where it belongs. Move you back. Go back. Go back. All right. For example, you'll see here that if I bought this, let's just pretend like this is the situation. If I bought this at this price, 75 gold, my profit could be up to 42% profit. The reason why is because MM has the price average as 130 gold. Now, you could have that, if you prefer it, you could have that in numbers. Like, you could say it's, 60-something gold. And that's what it would show there, rather than the 42%. The reason why I like the percentage is because when you list something in your shop, your guild shop, you automatically lose 9%. You got to realize, yeah, I will post this on my channel. You will lose 9%. The reason why you'll lose 9% is some of it goes to Zos, some of it goes to your guild. Yeah, exactly what Nightslayer is saying. I do not go under 15%, just in case, because you got a listing fee, you've got all of that kind of stuff going on. So if you're looking to make profits, you're going to want to know the percentage, not necessarily the amount. I think it's wiser to keep the percentage up for that reason. But I'm just trying to explain to you what the settings do, not tell you what you should do. But definitely, I think you should leave it on percentage, not profit. Display info on the guild roster. Exactly. What this does is whenever anyone asks you, what are my sales for the week? This is what they mean. MM will put on, if you have that setting on, MM will show you in the, now remember we flipped yesterday, so this data is light. That's okay. You'll have each of these numbers. This is how much CKP has bought and sold over here for a hacker, and how much in taxes and everything. This is what they're talking about when they're asking what their week is like. And they want to know what their sales are for the week. And Lord Christo is doing fantastic. So you get the idea. So in order to see that, you need to have, in MM, you have to have this turned on. Display info in guild roster. Delay initialization is now default on. You can't turn it off, so we're not even going to bother. Display inventory values. That's up to you. That's not default on, but it's what I use. As you can see here, there's white and then there's yellow prices. The white is if, let's say, there's nothing in MM on it. For example, there's nothing on an MM for this. If I sold this to a vendor, I'd get 30 gold. What the yellow are is what it's worth if you MM it. A stack of 25 of these theoretically is 3,745 gold. So if you like to see what your stuff is worth in your inventory, then you're going to want to go with replace inventory values. It's just up to you. If that's a total opinion thing, that's not necessarily important for anything except that. High decimals and prices, that's pretty obvious. Ignore outliers. You always want this on. I'm not convinced that this really works, but if you remember from math, outliers are things that were like, for example, let's find an outlier, shall we? Yeah, I got some too. I don't know why either. For example, you see this here? This probably isn't an outlier, but it's pretty darn close. So let's pop up the item data, which is something you can do. You see here you've got this 50,000 gold. Lucian Dancy sold a ring of necropotence to the Dark One, right? For 50,000 gold. Most are down here. If you just had this one dot up here and most of the stuff down here, that would be an outlier. But you have some that are up there, so they're not necessarily outliers. So if you suppress the outlier, this dot shouldn't show. Let's say if this was the only dot here, this wouldn't show. That's what you're doing in math. And it does for the lower ones too. If it's like, you know, something so ridiculous like they sold it for a gold, that would be an outlier too. And both of those will be suppressed. Okay? So that's gives you a more accurate price. I'm not sure it works. I have never been completely sure that it does ignore outliers, but it's worth having it turned on. That's right. Serafi is a math teacher. Listen to her. She's absolutely right. Show stack price calculator. For example, when posting an item in store, it won't show you the price for one. Okay. it won't show you the price for one dubious. It'll show you the price that you'll get for listing 25 dubious if that's how many you have in your list. Level quality selectors. Let me show you what that is. Go to this Vanis's Danger and do pop-up item data on my thing. See this little green and this little purple section here? If you go down to the green section, it shows you what the value is as a green. Now, if you go up to purple, this shows you, theoretically, if it had data, what the value would be as a purple. If you click this, you see what the value would be as a gold, if it had that data, which it doesn't. So you can do that for any gear that you have. Let's pick my ring, for example. Pop-up item data. There, nobody really has a gold. This one is purple, this is blue, this is green. You see how it works? So that's how you do that, but make sure you right-click and do pop-up item data, and that's when you'll see those arrows if you have it turned on in your settings. If you don't have it turned on in your settings, you won't see those arrows. So that's how you do that. Next, show crafting cost info. Obviously, that's pretty obvious. You want that on. That'll show you how much it costs based on your what you can make something. Tips on graph points. You want that on. That's what I've been showing you with the different plot lines. See all these little graph lines? You want these on so that you can see, like, visually see, as opposed to just seeing a number, where everything is at. And you can do this in ATT as well. Just go into your settings, make sure you have that turned on in your settings. There's also another option to show what is on the data points. So, for example, when I mouse over it, this wouldn't show anything if I don't have that on. If I have it on, it will show me how much they sold it for, who sold it to whom. It's important to have that on if you're going to have the graph points on, because of a reason I'm going to show you. So tips on graph points, you want that on. Show pricing history graph, that shows the graph in the tooltip itself. Pricing information, this shows when you mouse over something, it'll show up the pricing data, which is what you want. Max item count kept in history. Now, that's for one item. So for example, my dubious, it'll keep up to 1,000 in the dubious, and it's probably too much. 1,000 is way more than you probably need of a sample amount. Minimum number of sales for an item to remain in history, that should probably be one. Sales history side, this is the one that everybody seems to get confused. Alright, so what this means is, for that dubious, I probably could make this shorter to make it more accurate, but this goes back 30 days. Alright, so for my dubious, it'll count the last 1,000 over the last 30 days of the dubious, right? If it were something rare, such as Vea's thing, okay, see you later, and it'll be up on the web after I edit it. If it's something rare like Vea's, see how it goes back 82 days? This is what confuses people. People are thinking, oh, it goes back 82 days. Well, I need to clear my history because I don't want anything that old. Don't do that. The reason why it goes back 82 days is because there's less than 5 sales. If there are less than 5 sales, it will go back as far as it can to get you those 5 sales. This one can only find 1 sale. So it'll go all the way back to the beginning of your information to try to give you anything if there's less than 5 sales in the last 30 days. So you do not need to clear your data. Anything that has more than 5 sales will not go back beyond 30 days. For example, my dubious will not go back beyond 30 days. See? So it has more than 5 sales. So it will go back the 30 days. If I wanted to, I could make that 2 weeks. I could whatever. That's up to you. But for me, I just do 30 days. I probably should change it to 14. But my point is, don't worry about it if you see things that are older. It's on purpose. Scan frequency is in seconds, and that's up to you whether or not you want to deal with the lag on your system. show the full price of your goods sold before the store cut is taken out is up to you. I do not open master merchant at all, either with my mail or my store, okay? Calculation and tip options. This is really important. Remember when I said I only look back 30 days? Well, what you can do is if you hit focus, which I believe is, one of them is shift. Yeah, focus one is shift. If I'm looking at something and I hit shift, it will go back 2 days. So watch. See? 7 sales over 2 days. I don't need to worry about the 30 days back. If I want something that recent, I just hold down shift and it shows me just all the sales in the last 2 days, and it changes the suggested number based on that. This is all stuff you may never use. You may never want to use. Again, there's a second one, focus, 2 days, and this one is for control. So if you want to look back, instead of the 2 days, you want to look back 7 days, you hit control and look, it just shows you 7 days. See? Default 30 days, shift 2 days, and then control, if I didn't hit the wrong button, should be 7 days. So you can just look at them all just by using a macro or a button, rather than worrying about setting it all to just be back 7 days. You can actually, it's maybe information overload, but I'm trying to give you all of the settings and go through them slowly. Default date range, we're going to leave that alone because I want it to be 30, which is set in the other area. You could do a third one for control shift if you wanted to, for a different number of days back, but I don't bother with it. No data, deal rating. Why is Trell in there? I know why Trell's in there. He made some crazy sales. All right, so you'll see my blacklist players and guilds. It's not because these are bad people. What this is sometimes I'll notice that some of these people, and I'll tell you why I'm in there, make some crazy sales that screw up my data. And it's not necessarily that they were cheating or anything. It's just that the things were so out of whack with them that it screws up my data. So there's a lot of people in this blacklist players and guilds. You can blacklist an entire guild if you want to, if you feel like they're scummy and they're up to something. When it comes to blacklisting people, I blacklist myself. And the reason it doesn't screw up my data for me, the reason why I blacklist myself is because I flip. So when I buy something, I buy it automatically lower than what you should sell it for. So, for example, I bought this alchemy, let's say, for about 500 gold. If it counted my own data, it would drop the value of what I'm trying to sell by the percentage that it would be dropped by seeing my data point entered. So automatically what I was doing is I was buying things at like 500 gold and then reselling them for less than what it showed me I could have sold them for, because my data point screwed it up. So if you add yourself to the blacklist, it won't do that. So make sure that you, if you want to, I find this is really helpful. It does not block any of your own data. It just, and we'll get into why I did Trell and everything. So my own names are in here. This is Stabbity Doom, and then also I have Stabbity Doom, which isn't actually a character anymore. I got rid of it, so I don't need it. And then the way that you do it is you just do, that's true, or you just don't turn it on when you're on the wrong server. What you do is you just add @ and the person's name and a space to do the next one. Now let me show you why. This is really helpful, okay? For example, let's talk about this one, all right? We'll do a sample. Let's say that this person, Woobin. Let's say that I see that Woobin's been underpricing shit, like big time. Killing my prices, completely skewing everything. Let's say he was selling all of these for 100 gold a piece, right? This isn't that bad, actually, because if you look at the TTC price, you've got suggested 8,900 to 11,242. So he's selling for a little bit below MM range, but regardless, point being that it's still within a reasonable amount. But let's say he was selling them all for 100, and it's totally jacking up your prices, right? So we're gonna blacklist Woobin to show you how it changes things, but we'll put him back on after because he's actually not a problem. So let's see. Pay attention to what it's suggesting. 15,621, okay? That's what it's suggesting. Go back into your settings, go into add-ons, go into Master Merchant, add Woobin. Oops. I just messed that up. That should be what? An extra time frame to choose from in the item and guild list. I don't want that. Alright. So we have Woobin on there, right? I forget what it was I was looking at. Shit. The plaid. Alright. So now Woobin's been blacklisted. Now it's suggesting that I sell it for 17,586. That's up 1,000 plus gold because I blacklisted Woobin. When you see that somebody is jacking up all your prices, somebody is selling things repeatedly for under the amount, especially when it comes to like glyphs or something where your margin of profit is tiny, it doesn't get separated, unfortunately, Swankery. That's the problem, and that's why it jacks up your prices. Then blacklist the person and your data won't take them into account. So let's put Woobin back. And sometimes I just blacklist people who have been doing really good and just screw up my numbers because of that. It doesn't mean anything bad. It's just that's the way that it works for me. Custom time frame units. You want to leave this as full guild weeks. Just leave that one alone. So that's what all of those do. Sales alert options. These are all just up to you whether or not you want them, when you want to be told, that kind of thing. That kind of stuff. So that's all up to you. Make sure you do mess with your settings though to get it to work the way you want it to do. Next we got to go through Awesome Guild Store because these work together. So this will minimize your window when you're visiting a trading house. It's kind of annoying because if you start opening something up and you have this chat and then it closes it for you, you have to reopen it. I'd leave that off. Single click, trader tooltips. All of these are just things for your preference. Do you want more information on invoice? Do you want notifications, etc., etc.? Skip kiosk dialogue I don't really love. And then these are all just fairly simple. So it's just these don't really matter as much. As long as you have that one turned on in MM that says work with AGS to create a deal filter. So now let's talk about what this looks like. Some people were telling me, this looks nothing like yours. Why does yours look different than mine? It's because of AGS. Oh, Awesome Guild Store. You need to use it. It's just so much better. There's so many things you do. Like you can pull down this and select between the guilds you want to instead of hitting F and then whatever button you want it. Yes, it'll break everything up for you because that's a pain in the ass when people screw that shit up. It really annoys me. So we're just going to talk about how it works. We're not going to talk about how I do it right now. We're going to just talk about how it works. So listings, I mean, listings are pretty obvious. Let's list something and I'll show you. Dubious Grand Longfin. Okay, we'll list it alchemy. Great. With MM, it will fill the price in with whatever the MM price is of the last one that you sold. For some reason, writs don't work right. If you try to go with select master merchant price, it puts the number in the wrong place. You don't want to go with select master merchant price only when it comes to writs. For some reason, the number gets completely jacked. It puts the number in unit price instead of total price, which nobody, it's just stupid. It's just stupid and it's wrong, so don't do it with writs. But here's your choice, okay? So this is about 5,600 gold is the current going MM price. The current going TTC price, maxes out at 4,000. The reason why those are different is because grabs just from my guilds. My guilds happen to be mostly all high-level guilds in really good places, like Deshawn in Mournhold, Vivek City. All of my guilds are like Rolka or whatever. You know, they're all high-level locations that do a lot of sales. So they get more prices, they get higher prices because they're in more lucrative spots than, let's say, somebody going to, you know, the middle of Shadowfen and buying something out there in the middle of nowhere, right? So that's why prices, you'll see, if you're in big guilds, you'll see your prices are almost always going to be higher than the TTT suggested. When sales are not so good, I understand, Ula, you can use ATT. There's nothing wrong with that. When sales aren't so good, I would say go to the maximum of whatever TTC says. So 4,000, I wouldn't go above that. Sales are insane right now. Sales are so good that you could sell a rock and it would probably sell. Everything's flying off the friggin' shelves. It's insanity. So don't go for the low price. Go for the price, which is the higher price here. So I would do typically 5,500 because I tend to go round down rather than round up. Yes, it could. And then we list it. And there you go. And then I can go look at it, and which is the one I did for here. And then I've got a month left. And, you know, there we go. We just listed something super easy. It's now up there. That's how you do that. Let me see if there's anything else I can list that can show you. Rings, you know, whatever. This is obviously, these should all work normally. You know, if you want it to show the, know that it's going to put the price in there, you're going to want to either lower it to 260 or leave it at 337. You know, it's really up to you. Let's talk about searches. They're more important and they're harder to do. See these things over here? These are saved searches that you can do with AGS. Now, I have a saved search. Let's start with a simple one. I've locked them so that I don't screw them up. You can right-click and do lock if you want. You can rename them. I renamed this to Guts so that I knew I was just looking for Guts with this. And the way that you do it is you select, you go into miscellaneous bait or lure because that's happens to be where Guts are. And then you add to it your text. And then this just searches for Guts. And I use that in drinks that I make. So I can just pull down each of the different ones, and this one's a decent price. Buy it. Boom. Tullian's Guts I now have. And then you have this saved search, so you don't have to redo it every time. Just lock it up. And then I go, oh, I also need Frost Miriam for my drinks. Let me see what I can buy. I only have 837. I need 1,000. So here, I can buy these 200 for 60 gold a piece, right? Reasonable price. Let me show you how I set it up. I've got on profit range, none, because I don't care if I profit on this. And the deal range, I let it be red so that I can see that it's working, but you can just do okay, and then it'll just show you the okay range and better. So meaning, okay is always the price, right? The price range is okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. It's okay. So that would be what you would look for. You wouldn't want to buy anything overpriced. So with the deal range added and the profit range added by AGS, you, even by buying things, you can exclude things that you don't even want to waste your time on. So we're going to buy these Frost Miriams, right? Same with the greens. Although I've noticed that there's some bugginess with this. You can see I've got it set so that it shows me all of the stuff, even if it's outside the range. You can see the red, don't buy. And this is also red, don't buy, because it's 25 gold instead of 14 gold a piece. So that's how you do it. You just create your searches for the things you buy a lot and then lock them. Over here is my main search, my normal search, okay? this is what I do. And we're going to unlock it and look at what it is. You do. This is just my main, these are just my guilds that I'm looking in right now. I'm looking in Lucian, which I'm a member of. So I'm at the bank. So I'm buying through my own stuff. If I had to go to another trader, for example, I went to another trader, then I'd look at their stuff. But I was at the bank and it seemed convenient, so. Well, yes and no. It only works in the sense that it's taking data only from the guild you're in. For example, it will only take data to give me a master merchant price from Black Market, ETU, Spicy DDA, and Lucian. It will only take data from there to make these averages. That's what MM does. We won't get into TTC yet. These will give you data, and then that data now is applied to, for example, this Solitude Stairway, which is 35K. You'll see that in my guilds, it's been sold over the last 13 days, or 9 days, 13 times, and it's been sold at these prices: 60,000, 100 grand, 50, 65, right? These are just my guilds, but I can compare that price to a guild that I'm not in, Feline Good Meowporium. You just do your search. Like, for example, I can do my my melon search again and see melons here that they're selling, that Feline Good Meowporium is selling. And they don't have any. So insects, they don't have any. Purple Pixie, Feline Good Guts, these are overpriced. White meat, these are right on target. So I'll, for 12 gold a piece, yeah, I'll buy those. Because I need white meat for my longfin tunas. So I bought that. If that makes any sense to you, that's what we're doing here. We're trying to... Correct. If you're buying from your own guilds, you have to be at the bank to buy from your guilds. Yeah, you can buy from the specific traders, but I don't usually. No, I'm good. I'm just showing it as an example. So here you are, and then this is what flippers do, okay? You see these colors here? The yellow, the green, the purple, whatever. Thanks for the follow. I really appreciate it. I need them badly right now. I'll be turning this into a video for later, so if you need to reference it, it'll be up. So I look at all items in this search. So you'll see item category, all. I'm looking at everything. I'm going to do sort by. This is important. You want to sort by time left. There's a reason for this. Okay? So the time left, and this is that way that I do it, and this is how I've made close to 200 million gold. Is chat overlay showing? Where? Oh, that chat overlay. I'll move it. Thank you. We'll move. There we go. Much appreciated, Ixie. So yeah, what this is this is how flippers work, in case you were ever curious. First, they have MM on. Generally, they don't use ATT unless they're doing the math in their heads, which isn't really easy. And they have AGS. They have Awesome Guild Store. They have that option turned on where they have the deal finder, and they have the profit range. Okay, that option is turned on. Then what you'll see is I will look for anything reasonable and up. No, I'm Stabbity Doom, just like the name says in game on my stream. That's my name in game, Stabbity Doom. Hey, Bayushi. So basically, if you start at reasonable, go up to good, this is what people do. They start at a reasonable deal and they look and see for deals. And then I don't bother with anything that I won't make 3,000 gold on. I don't bother with it. So I limit my profit range to 3,000. I don't bother, end up. I don't bother with anything under 3,000 because it's not worth my time. Then you can subtract certain words so that you don't see them. I'm going to take this one out. The Sigic and the Sapiarch I had on when Somerset was going, and I wasn't making any money off of them. So we'll take these out. It's just like Boolean. If you've ever worked with Boolean or Google, sometimes if you hit negative and the word, it won't show anymore. So you won't see those items anymore. Allow me to demonstrate. Let's do show more. And it's gonna, let's do, this gets rid of all of the, like, let's say you're going through an event. Whoops. And there's 80 bajillion of a certain stupid item that you don't want that is showing for some reason. Let's say it's a stupid shoulder or something, and you don't want to see it anymore, and you're like, oh, I don't care anymore, I don't want them, they're worthless, 80 bajillion people are selling them. You would do negative shoulder, and then it would search again, and it's gone. You don't have to see it anymore. That's how you get rid of all of those annoying things. I think the new MM, and I don't want to badmouth the new person who's working on it, but I think the new MM has lots of bugs. And I think that he or she is trying to work through it. And then again, now I've removed that, and now the shoulders are back. The next thing is that you need to do, okay, you're welcome. I'll give you the video links later. The quality range, it could be a bug that Philgo always had. I'm not really sure why that is. Quality ranges, do you want to see grays? It's kind of worthless unless you're looking for, like, collector's items, food, or something like that. It's kind of worthless. So I would go, normals would include potions and stuff. I don't know, maybe. You could start with quality range of green through gold. Research items, exactly. Research items could be perfect for whites, exactly. And then, so you can set what even you want to bother with. There's all sorts of ways that you can fiddle with this. And then lock it. Once you find something you like, you lock it, and you run it at every guild you're in that you go to. And you go to the Dragon Lair, and you're like, okay, I want to run that same search here. And it's gonna load. See, it'll go a couple pages without finding anything, but we get back to Dramathra, and this one is supposedly worth it. But this is where your judgment comes in, right? See how this says that this is 47K? Look at the pop-up on this. We're gonna analyze this. See how it says 3 prices, see 3 sales in 18 days. 2 of them are around 25K. This last one is around 120K, right? Right around there. So it's telling me that I should buy this 49K approximately thing to flip and resell at, what is it telling me to resell at? At 109K, which goes way beyond what TTC is saying. So you see, like, TTC is saying most people, what TTC is and why you should use these in conjunction with one another. TTC is, and I'm going to turn it off so I can show you what happens with it. Let's close this real quick. TTC takes data from all over, not just your guilds. It takes it from all of the guilds, and it takes it out of the game, and you we're gonna put on, I'm gonna show you how it works. Yes, but I'm gonna show you what works here. How this works here. I'm gonna show you in display. Alright, so that's my cat. Alright, my deceased cat. So, the way that TTC works is certain people have this client that if I they want me to update it. Yes, I will update it. It has to be updated. It's an EXE, so it is a risk, but it has turned out to be an okay risk. So far, nobody has had any problems with it that I've heard of. And once you've logged into it, we're gonna, I'm gonna show you how this works. We're gonna reload UI. All of the data that I currently scanned, because I have an account and I'm logged in, will be uploaded automatically and synced with the server. This is how the TTC gets its data from people like me who upload everything I've searched. You see that? That's uploading it to the server. When you're wondering where TTC gets its data from, it gets it from me and other people like me who upload our data of everything we've searched. And you'll see it's all going up there now. And so when the data when it's on your computer, you know it comes from every guild. It comes from everywhere. But the thing to remember is that it doesn't show sales prices. It shows listing prices. It doesn't have any capability of showing sales prices. So if you're interested in what people list things for example, let's say, you know, the Dubious was listed for 200 gold a piece. I'm just pulling a number out of the air. Then you have, you can see what the listings are, but you don't see that the ones that have sold have only sold for 125 gold. So basically it's useful, but it's limited, and so is MM. If you think about it, both are useful and listed and limited. MM is limited because it only shows your guilds, sales in your guilds. TTC is limited because although it shows all guilds, it doesn't show the sale price. It shows the listing prices. And sometimes people think pie in the sky and list things for way too much and it never sells, and you won't know it didn't sell. So that's why you use them together. And that's where your judgment kicks in. Your judgment and your experience. Basically meaning, if you know that Dubious never sells at 200k in your experience, then you wouldn't list it at that.
Yes.
So we'll go through here and we'll look at BBC, right? And I'll use an example here. So, is everything okay?
Yep, need headphones for Poland.
Okay, have fun with Poland. Sealed Enchanting Writs, okay? This one is listed for 3,500 gold. TTC is saying 3,500. Fine, that's what it's worth. But here's what I know with experience. And with judgment. I know that the prismatics don't really sell all that well. Reason why is the cost of the mats. Look at this per voucher. 1,752 per voucher. People don't go over 600. So it doesn't matter how many people sold it or how many people are listed as listing it. Only people who aren't aware of what it's worth have been buying these things. So you'd be much better off avoiding prismatics to flip, because the only people you're going to get to buy them are people who don't know what's going on. So, I mean, maybe you could sell this. Maybe. I wouldn't guarantee it, though. Sorry. It's first Wednesday of the month it does an air horn for tornadoes. So I know that's a little complicated, but you just, in time, you'll have done this enough that you'll realize when you see something, you're like, oh, but that won't sell. That's silly. And then this one is 15,000 MM, but look at the TTC, 7,900. I don't know. It's up to you. It's your judgment at this point. Like, what do you think you should list something at? I'll tell you this. First of all, the market's a bull right now. It's a bull market. Everything's selling at crazy prices. Holy shit, I'm buying everything. Everything's selling at crazy prices, first of all. Get away from me. I want this. Me. Buying it all. Mats are great. Sell mats. We're buying them all before anyone else can. Buy them all, buy them all, buy them all. Mats are an incredible investment. If you find them this cheap, you want to buy them as fast as you damn well can. And we just did. So, you've got, I just bought all of that stuff, and now I'm going to buy this too. And you've got mats that I'm now going to flip. I'm going to flip all of these. So, that's how you do it. This is my normal search. This is the most recent. You always want it to be the most recent because that means no other flipper has gotten here before you. And then you just want to, if it's a mat, it's almost always going to sell, so I wouldn't sweat it too much. It's everything that's not a mat that's a problem. Excuse me while I pull out some money. Mats are usually a good bet. There's very few that don't sell. Resell. All right, but furnishings, it can be a hit and miss. Gear, I don't swear by. I mean, it's up to you really. What you trust and what you don't. Again, this prismatic isn't worth it. Then I have a separate search that looks for just materials. This is the best bet. Go by, not by the amount of cost, because that isn't going to give you the best deals. The best deals go by time. Because, trust me, a flipper has probably been there in the last 10 minutes to an hour. So you're absolutely going to want to make sure that you look at the most recent postings, because those are the ones that people have not been over. If that makes any sense. If you guys have questions, we can talk about them while I go to a rando, and then we can call it. But I want to answer any questions you have. Well, ooh, we've got a new dark Stillwaters retreat. Let's go look at Cranor's Stillwaters retreat. So that's how you use a TTC and MM together, and AGS together, and Writworthy together. If you have all four of those, that's how I use them. ATT, which I didn't have on, gives you additional information. Now remember, ATT only goes back 30 days. So if you wanted to know something that doesn't sell very often, you won't have that data. You're welcome. What just happened here? Did I just crash? No. So you won't have that data. So you know, ATT has that limitation. But at the same time, ATT is lighter, and it's gonna give you less trouble loading, and you're not gonna have as many problems with it. Also, it has a purchase tab, so it logs everything you've purchased. All right, what is he live with? Is this housing? Is this housing? If it's housing, I'll drop you off. Ooh, nice. Look at that. Nicely done. I've not seen anyone do anything with this yet. If he's just, you know, he's doing pledges. All right, whatever. So, yeah, basically, I mean, he goes live during my time. Unless it's housing, I don't need to drop right off. I'll drop you guys off with him in a little bit. I just want to finish this house. So unless you guys have questions, think about your questions. We could always answer them on a different day. If you come across something that doesn't make sense to you, I'm happy to go over it. This is such pretty colors. I'm happy to go over it, and I'm happy to discuss it with you, but... Okay. So we've got, like, treasure and all sorts of nifty stuff in here. I have no idea what I would do with this house, so this is clever little fun stuff. Hopefully that answers some questions you might have, or at least gives you some ideas. The truth of it is, I do understand MM, I do understand ATT, I do understand these other issues, and that's what helps me do a better job flipping than I used to do, but it takes time. Gosh, I don't know. I mean, I can tell you. Let me tell you. In MM, if you go to show all info, that can show everybody's, but let me show you other things. I shouldn't have hit that. Reset. Don't ever press this unless your data gets corrupted. It will delete everything you have. You don't want that. Go into statistics window and you say all guilds in the last, I don't know, 1 day doesn't count. So let's go back, whatever. I don't know, a week or something? I don't know how accurate these are. Total gold, they're saying I make 405,000 per day in all guilds. That can't possibly be right. Maybe it's right. I don't really know. So, I mean, it doesn't look like a lot, but I haven't been focusing on trading because I've been focusing on this stream so much. But I can tell you that it adds up. I mean, I have like 194 million, so something like that. And basically, so it's saying I'm making like 75K per day, which isn't much. Previously, I used to be in a lot higher than this, but that'll tell you. And then, so yeah, you have seller info, you have. So, for example, what you can look at is where are Lucian's sales right now? Well, since Flip, it's made 10 million with, it's had 10 million in sales with 354,000 in tax. You can look at each person's, and then you can look at each guild. So, you know, let's say you want to look at Spicy. The entire guild has sold 8.5 million so far with 300,000 tax. So this what this does. So that's how you do that. And this, you can see it for a week instead of a day. A week will show you that Lucian made that much. Oh, I'm sorry. We're all done though. Let me drop you off with J Hard if that's, I mean, I'm kind of burnt anyway, so allow me to drop you guys off. But anyway, if you have questions, ask me tomorrow. We'll look at more houses tomorrow, and I apologize for any confusion that there might have been today, but I'm happy to answer any of your MM questions. And if you have questions on MM, EHT, whatever, just send me a mail in-game or on Discord or something, and I'll answer you. Never a problem. I like to help. You're not bothering me. Go ahead and let me know. All right, I'm gonna drop you off with Jay. I'll say hello with you. Bye, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you hopefully tomorrow with another plan. And sorry, I'll send you your plan.